Hello everyone, welcome to Java tutorials. Topics for today's session is, today we learn about the abstract keyword which can be applied for method, that is the abstract method, and can also applied for abstract class. So we learn about the abstract class and abstract method in this video. Abstract keyword. That abstract keyword is the non-access modifier which is used to create the abstract class and method, and this can be applied to method and class only, not for the variable or block or anything. And this is used for achieving the abstraction. To achieve the abstraction, it is the main concept of the Java. Abstract keyword can be used. The rules for abstract keyword, what we have to do and what we have to don't are the rules to be followed when we are applying the abstract keyword for method or class. Is first we learn about the rules for the don'ts. That keyword cannot be used with variables and constructors. The class can have the variables, methods, blocks, and constructors, but this can be applied only for the method and class. This cannot be used with variables and constructors. If the class is abstract, it cannot be instantiated. Normally the class in the Java can be instantiated, but abstract class cannot be instantiated. If a method is abstract, it does not contain any body. If we declare the method as the abstract method, it doesn't have body. It has only the prototype, just like in the C++. Abstract keyword can't be used with final. Final means final, that is the final for that purpose. So this keyword cannot be used with combination of final. And we cannot declare abstract method as private. Always the abstract method must be the public, because these methods are implemented in its subclass. So these cannot be private. And abstract methods can't be static. Static means those are the common for all objects. So abstract methods are implemented in its subclasses. So if we declare those as the static, it is not possible for common for all objects. So these cannot be static. And abstract method cannot be synchronized. These can't be synchronized to any method. So these have to be rules when we have to applying the abstract keyword. And do's for the abstract keyword is, an abstract keyword can only be used with the class and method only. In the previous, we learned about the cannot be used with variables and constructors, but can be used with class and methods. Abstract class can contain constructors and static methods, and abstract methods are concrete methods. So it can contain constructors and static method. If a class extends the abstract class, it must also implement at least one of its abstract method. One class can have many abstract methods. If that class is used as the model or parent or base class, that subclass must implement at least one of its abstract method. Okay, and abstract class can contain the main method and final method. Final method can also contains in the abstract and contain overloaded abstract method. One abstract class can have many number of abstract methods, and those may overloaded, means the methods which have same name, the difference in the data types and in the number of arguments is called the overloading. So abstract method can also be overloaded, and we can declare the local inner class as abstract. Inner classes can also be declared as the abstract. And we can declare the abstract method with throw class, which is used in the multi-threading. In that also we can declare the abstract methods. So these have to be rules follow when we are implementing, when we are using the abstract keyword. Okay. Uh, from here we learn in detail about the how to apply the abstract method and abstract class. Abstract method. Generally, Java allows the method must always be redefined in its subclass. That is possible, means overriding compulsory. This is possible with the help of abstract keyword. The modifier keyword abstract, if we use in the method definition, it means the overriding is making the overriding compulsory. It is called the abstract method. That is, if the method is declared, this is the method general form, this is the return type, method name and parameters, and if we declare this before the abstract modifier or keyword, this is called the abstract method. For example, here you abstract void draw, this is called the abstract method. If we declare the method as the abstract method, that is called the abstract. If the method is not implemented in a class, that is also called the abstract method. Means abstract method has only body, only header, method heading. It does not have any body and end with a semicolon. Generally, in the Java, method may have the parameters and body, and functionality of that method can consist its own, but in the abstract method it does not have a body. The body is implemented by its concrete subclasses. Okay, it must be implemented by concrete subclasses. Concrete subclasses means the method which is not abstract is class called concrete subclass. And abstract method makes the enclosing class must be declared as abstract also. If we declare the method as abstract, it may be declared that class be declared as the abstract or may not. Okay. Generally, the abstract methods are not implemented in the abstract class, but these are implemented in its derived classes. Which class is used as the superclass, that becomes the derived class for that. That class implements the methods of its parent class. That is, abstract method includes only the method header like the prototype in the C++. This is called the prototype. Okay, and that is ended with semicolon, means it has no body, no functionality, so it is called the abstraction. Means the subclass of this class where it is defined, it can the subclass can define its own functionality. No, before functionality we are defined. Generally, the method can consist its own functionality, but here is abstract, means abstraction. No definition, particular definition is not defined here, so we call this as the abstract. So the abstract method is implemented in the derived class by extending it as superclass. And when we are implementing that method, that always should be the public method. Okay, here this method must be defined. When it is implemented in the subclass, that method must be the always public. For example, this is the abstract method, abstract class vehicle. Class name, when we declare the class as abstract, it is class called the abstract class. And abstract void bike. This is the method which is included in the vehicle class. It is the return type, and observe that here is ended, means it has no body. And here you observe this is the concrete method or normal method, which is the return type as the void and car, and it has its own body, open brace and close brace. Its functionality is printing some statements, but this abstract method has no body. It is called the abstract method. This is the example for the abstract method. And next is the abstract class. The class which is followed by the abstract keyword is called the abstract class. Okay, the abstract class means it is used as the model class. Means inheritance is reusability must be used as reuse as this as the parent class as the base class. If the class contains the methods that as the abstract method, that should be abstract class. The main purpose of the abstract class is to be inherited by derived class. So abstract provides us inheritance compulsory, derivability compulsory. The final provides us avoid the inheritance, but abstract provides inheritance compulsory. So definition abstract class definition rules are the abstract class cannot be instantiated by the new keyword. Generally, the every class is instantiated by the new keyword. When we are creating the objects for that class, we are instantiated by using the new. But abstract classes cannot be instantiated by the new keyword, and the classes may not be marked as private or final because these classes are used as the model classes. So if we declare those as the private or final, it is avoiding the inheritance. But abstract means overriding reusability compulsory or inheritance is compulsory. So here if we define these as the private or final, it may not make as the model class for the other classes. So it may not be marked as private or final. And this class can have both the abstract methods and non-abstract method. Non-abstract methods has the body, or these are also known as the concrete methods, but abstract methods are the methods which are defined as the abstract, which has no body and which are implemented in its subclasses. And the abstract class that extends another abstract class can inherit all the abstract methods as its own abstract methods. Okay, and next the first concrete class which is extends the abstract class must provide the implementation for the inherited abstract methods. We can create many concrete classes for one abstract class, but first class can be used to inherit the abstract methods of that abstract class. Here is the syntax for you creating the abstract is the class name is the general syntax, but when we use the abstract keyword, it becomes the abstract class. And this can contains the body of the class can contains abstract methods as well as its own non-abstract method, means non-concrete methods. And this is the example which demonstrates the abstract class. Here we have the one abstract class which is defined person as the abstract class. So person can be used as the super class or parent class or model class or the base class, which have the members as the F name, which is the string type as the public member, and which is assigned with some value Harsha. And again the another variable that is the age, which is assigned with value 22. And it has the one abstract method void study. It has no body. That is called the abstract method. Ended with semicolon means it is closed. It is implemented in its subclass. When we use this person as the subclass, that subclass can implement this method, study method. Okay, here is the abstract. Okay, this is the one abstract class, person class. Here we defining the another class that is the student, which extends the person, means person is the model for the student or parent for the student or super class for the student. So student class becomes the concrete class or subclass for the person class. Now it has the authority to access the members of this parent person class, and it also implement its abstract methods. Okay, it has its own property, that is the integer graduation here, that is assigned with 2020. Here it is public void. You observe this void study is the abstract method of its parent, that is the person class. It is the return type is the void and no parameters, so here also same name and same type, and always this must be the public. And it has the body which is displaying the studying all day as the message. Okay, what is the meaning of that? The student is the subclass which is implementing the abstract method of its parent. Okay, and it is closed. When we are creating the objects, means we have to instantiate the class. So we are to create the objects with the help of new, but we cannot create the objects for the abstract classes. So we create normally for the base subclasses. So student is created the my object as the this is the subclass, and here we are creating instantiating the new, because student is not the abstract, so we are instantiating. When we are displaying these can be accessed directly, because student is the subclass for the person class. Here my object dot f name which is accessing from its parent class person, and age is also accessing from its parent class person, and it is displaying its own age is also from its parent class, and its own variable or instance variable is graduation year. And here it is implementing or calling the abstract method my obj. This is object dot study which invokes this. It displays this print statement as its output. So the implementation of the abstract class and abstract method is like this. And here is the another class which is the abstract class, which has two different methods. One is the abstract method and another is the concrete method, means non-abstract method. Here fruits is the abstract class which is declared as the abstract, which has the private member, means fruit has the private member, that is the name, which cannot be accessed in its subclasses. Okay, and here it has the one concrete method, that is the non-abstract method, which is displaying some print statement, and has the one abstract method, that is the color. Okay, which must be implemented when this is using as the parent class. This is the abstract class. Here we are creating the base subclasses for this fruits class. Okay, class guava extends fruits, means guava is the subclass for the fruits class. So it must at least one abstract method must be implemented in its body. So here color is the abstract method, it must be implemented here. It is displaying this guava has the green color. Next another subclass, that is the mango. It can also authority to implement this color, and here this guava is the subclass and mango is also the subclass for the fruits class. But observe, this is the abstraction is called its own implementation. Here is the just what is the method name and return type, but its implementation it is displaying the green and it is displaying some yellow. Okay, like this we can give as their wish, means as their own implementation can be applied for abstract methods. This is the advantage of using the abstract methods. And here you observe we cannot instantiating the parent, that is the super class, that is the fruits. What is the use, why we need to use the instantiate the fruits class is the, here we have the non abstract method, so we have to use this In those situations also, we can instantiate with the help of its first concrete class. It has the two concrete classes or two subclasses, that is the guava and mango. What is the first class? That is the guava. So first subclass can be used as the reference for that, as the instantiation. So now this fruits class object F can access the methods of its own, that is the eat. Okay, F dot eat, so it displays eating. F dot color, what is the which color it is displaying? This is for the reference for the, used as the guava, so it displays the green as its prints. And next again, if we want to use that as the fruits as the another reference, so here we use F is equal to new mango. Here now mango class becomes the reference for the fruits class. Now when we call the F dot color, it implements this method which displays yellow as its message. So these are the implementation of the abstract class. When the abstract class has non-abstract method and abstract methods, if you want to display or implement those display the functionalities of those non-abstract methods, we have to instantiate those classes. But abstract classes cannot be instantiated. But abstract class can be instantiated with the help of its first concrete class or first subclass as the reference for that. Okay, like this, here we are using the guava as the its reference object. And this is the another method which has the constructor. Okay, here we have the class vehicle which has the one instance variable, that is the message, and here we are instantiating the instance variable message vehicle. What we are passed when we are creating the object for this, that is to be assigned for this instance variable. Okay, and which is the non-concrete method or non-abstract method, that is the display, which displays some message. Okay, here we are creating the subclass Honda which extends the vehicle. Okay, here it also has the constructor which is used to display some message, and super here we are using the super, which means it invokes its parent class's constructor. So here it invokes this vehicle class's constructor, and here we created the object for the Honda. Okay, here we have only the constructor. So we are created, and when we are passed the message, when we are creating the object, that can be displayed with its message, that is the display message. So obj is equal to display, so it displays this message, constructor is invoked. This is passed here and this is passed here, so it displays this method. Okay, this is the example for using the abstract class with constructors. And abstract class contains the overloaded abstract methods. What is the overloading? Overloading means multiple methods can be defined with the same name, difference in the parameters and the data types. Here we have the vehicle class, which is the abstract class. Here we have the two abstract methods and overloaded methods, means here is also display, here is also but difference is here no arguments, here it has the one argument. Okay, this is the abstract class which has the overloaded abstract methods. When we create the subclass for this class, it must implement at least one of its abstract methods. So here it has the own method, that is the void display. It is displaying this abstract method is invoked, and here this is the void display. This is the void display which invokes this, and it is giving its functionality for abstract method is invoked. And when we are passing the message as the, when we are creating the, when we are calling this method is overloaded and it invokes this method which has the one argument, and it invokes this method. It is implementation for this, and this is the implementation for this second method. Okay, when we are creating the object, Honda object, for subclass only we can create the object obj dot display. Okay, this is the which invoke, it has no argument, so it is invoked, and obj dot display, and we are passing one string argument, so this it invokes this second method. So in the first method it is the method abstract method is invoked. In the second display method it has the what are the first passed string, that is overloaded abstract method. So these methods are invoked. So like this overloaded method can also be included in the abstract class. And this is the another class which is used to sum the two numbers and as well as the sum of three numbers. Here we are defined the class sum, which is the abstract class which has two abstract methods. This is for sum of two numbers and this is for sum of three numbers. So here we are taking the two numbers as the arguments and this is for three numbers as its arguments. These are the abstract methods, and it has the one regular method or concrete method or normal method, means which has the body. This is in the sum which is displaying some statement, and we are using sum as the model class for the demo. So parent class extends sum becomes the demo class, and it is implementation for this abstract method sum of two. When we are passing the, here we have the two integer parameters, so here also we have to use integer parameters, no need of same names. Okay, number 1 for n1 and number num2 for n2, and which returns, here it returns integer, here also it returns, and always it must be the public method and we are implementing, and it returns what we are passed as the arguments, that must be summed and returned to the calling statement. And next another is the implementation of sum of three method, which has to take three numbers as the arguments or parameters, and which sums and returns as the single value where it is called. So num1 plus num2 plus num3 is summed and returned where it is called. When we are creating the object, here it has the non-abstract method, that is the regular method. To display this, we have to create the reference with the help of its subclass. So here we need the concrete method or regular method to be displayed its own functionality. So we are creating the object for the abstract class, and those cannot be directly instantiated by the new. For that we can use the subclass of this class. Some classes subclass is the demo class. Here we are using new demo. It display obj object dot sum of 2, which is passing 4 and 6, which sums and returns here 4 plus 6 as the 10. This is the first, and next it is sum of 2, 5, 19, and it invokes this and it returns the value to here and it displays some 26, and after that obj dot display. For this purpose here we are using the abstract classes object obj dot display, because disp is the regular method of abstract class. For this purpose only we are creating the reference object. Okay, not instantiating. So it is the method from the subclass. It displays this method. In this just like in these situations only we can use, if the abstract class has the regular or non-abstract or concrete methods, if you want to display those methods or call those methods in those situations, the subclass of that abstract class can be used as the reference for instantiating that super or abstract class object. Okay, this is the example for using the abstract class and abstract method. As in the summary, we learn about the abstract keyword. And abstract keyword is used for abstraction, which is the main concept in the Java. And abstract can be used for method as well as the class. When the method is defined as the abstract, then that method becomes the abstract method. And when the class is defined as the abstract, that can be used as the model class or parent class or super class. And abstract classes cannot be directly instantiated with the help of new keyword. Those can be instantiated with the help of its first concrete or first subclass as the reference object for that. If the class has the abstract method, it has no body, means it has only heading that can be implemented in its subclass. Okay, and if the abstract class is used as the model class for many subclasses, but at least at the subclass can has implementation for at least one of its abstract classes abstract method implementation. Okay, these are the abstract cannot be the final, and abstract method or class cannot be the private. And when we are implementing the abstract method in the subclass, then always must be the public. Okay, and these and many more examples are seen in this video. Okay, and thank you one and